I'm happy to have you here again on my channel. If you are new here, kindly like and subscribe to my channel to get notified whenever new video is uploaded. Today we'll be talking about how to take measurement for skirt and trouser. Yes, if you want to sew a skirt or a trouser, which area will you need to measure? That is what we want to do today. We are going to start with the skirt first. So follow me along as we use our body form to show us how to take measurements. If you want to sew a skirt, if it is a straight skirt you want to sew, what are the needed measurements that you need to put in place? The first thing is the waist. You measure the waist, the hips, the knee length, and the desired length, especially if it is going to reach the ankle or below the ankle. So whatever length you desire. So that's our necessary things you need to measure. So we are going to start from the waist. You measure around the stomach area. That is your waist. You measure around the stomach area like this. The stomach area around the navel. That is your waist area for your skirt. Then you should also ensure that you measure it tight, because failure to do that, your skirt will not be well fitted at the waist area. So ensure you measure it tight. Now we move to the hips area. The hips area, you measure the hip round. Yes, the hip area you measure it round. You ensure that it is fitted as well, because if it is not fitted, if you fail to measure it tight, it will not be fitted on the person that is wearing it. That is the reason why you need to measure it tight. It should not be loose. That is all you need to take for horizontal measurements for our skirt. Now we want to move to vertical measurements, the needed measurements vertically. You need to measure your desired length. If it is short skirt that you want or long skirt, determine where you want the skirt to stop. You will start from the waist, the area where we measure the navel area, or wherever you want to put your skirt. If it is high waist skirt or low waist skirt, wherever you want to put your skirt, start your measurements from there. But I'm going to use the navel area as my starting point for the purpose of this tutorial. So from the waist, you measure down to your desired length. It may be to the nail, it may be to the ankle, it may be up to the floor length. So whatever it is that you want, it is what you measure. And it can be above the nail. Maybe you want a mini skirt. So whatever length that you desire, you measure. So like this, if it is the knee length, you stop at the knee area. If it is below knee, you stop below the knee area. If it's going to be midi skirt, you stop in between the knee and the ankle. Yes, you stop there. So that is our midi skirt. Then if you want a maxi skirt, you measure up to the ankle, or you may even go below the ankle up to the floor length. It depends on what you want or what your customer desires. It is okay like that. So that is all we need for skirt measurements. And if you have any question on that, kindly drop it on the comment section. I promise you that I will explain, I will elaborate more on any question that you drop. Now we want to move to how to measure for a trouser. We want to sew a trouser now. What are the needed measurements? So what you need to measure is the waist, the hips, the thigh, the nail, and the ankle. That is what you need to measure. What are the necessary measurements we need if you want to sew a trouser? We need to measure the waist, the hips, the thigh, the knee circumference, and the ankle circumference. Actually, it depends on the type of trouser that you want to sew. You know, we have different types of trouser, but you need to have all these measurements. With this measurement that I'm going to teach you, it is the standard measurement. With that, you will be able to sew any kind of trouser that you may like. So just get the measurements right first. Now I'll be showing you one by one the area you need to measure if you want to sew a trouser. If you want to sew a trouser, we start with the waist. Yes, you measure the waist area where you want your trouser to start. If it is a low waist, if it is high waist, measure wherever you want your waist to start. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'll be measuring around the navel area. That is where I want the trouser to start. That is my waist measurement for the trouser. You measure it tight. Then we move to the hip area. We measure the hips. Yes. You measure hips tight so that your trouser will be fitted. Especially if you're sewing a fitted trouser, measure it tight. Then we now move to the lap area. We measure the thigh, the upper thigh. The biggest part of the lap is called thigh. You measure it round. The biggest part of the lap is called the thigh. You measure it round, tight. Not too tight. You leave a kind of ease allowance so that you feel comfortable when wearing it. Then we move to the knee area. You measure your knee circumference. Yes, measure your knee circumference. Whatever you get, write it down. Then you move to the ankle area. Measure your ankle round. Whatever you get, it is what you write down as your ankle circumference. But remember to put ease allowance, because if you are not sewing a stretchy cloth, measuring too tight will make you feel unease. You get it. So that is the reason why you need to put ease allowance whenever you are measuring for yourself or for someone. But while putting the ease allowance, don't let it be too loose, except if you want a loose skirt or trouser. Though I've told you earlier on that we have different kind of trouser. We have a fitted trouser, we have a free trouser known as palazzo. So it depends on what you want to sew. But just know the basic things that you need to measure. So with that, you can now determine whether it is a fitted trouser you want to sew or a free trouser known as palazzo. So far so good. I've taught you what you need to measure. If you want to sew a trouser, you measure the waist, you measure the hip, you measure the thigh. The thigh is the largest part of the lap, is your thigh. You measure it round. You move to the knee area, you measure the knee circumference. Then to the ankle, you measure the ankle circumference. But in case you don't want your trouser to reach the ankle length, you can stop at it can be a calf length that it will reach. So you measure from your waist up to the calf area. Yes, calf is in between the knee and the ankle. So you measure it. That is provided that is where you want your trouser to stop. So whatever length that you want, it can be a short trouser, it can be a long trouser, it can be a midi trouser. Wherever you want your trouser to end, it is where you measure it up to. So that is that. Then another thing, don't forget to measure your inseam. Yes, measure your inseam from the lap, upper part of the lap. Measure it down to the ankle. If it is the ankle area that you want your trouser to stop, wherever you want your line to stop, measure the inseam up to that length, your desired length. So far so good. We have come to the end of our lesson today. If you have any question, kindly drop it at the comment section. I promise you that I will respond to all your questions. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you are here to do so that you'll be getting notification whenever new video is uploaded. Love you all. Bye.